Welcome, creative spirits. You are listening to Trueheart. I am your host, Tim Trueheart, and thank you for listening to a self-improvement pep talk in a podcast. Thank you for being you. What? Yep. All right, well, I'm excited to be back here on the Trueheart Podcast. This is a whole lot of fun, and I want to do these at least once a week, but my goal, 100 episodes by the end of 2015. 100 episodes in 1 year. I don't know if that's possible. I think it is. So I want to get at least one a week out, though, and I'm going to, probably have to get it up to 2 or 3 a week in order to keep that going. But, I'm doing my thing, and I thank everybody for listening. So just wanted to just say I really, really appreciate you guys doing that. It means a whole lot. Now, let's go ahead and talk more about me. So, first things first, I've been working on my brand. I mentioned this before, my brand. This is kind of my job. I'm trying to switch into this entertainment media field, and I'm not 100% sure how. One of the things that I've been doing is I've been doing these video logs on my YouTube page, and I've been recording this podcast you hear at this very moment. These things I'm doing so that I can develop my broadcasting abilities and also my technological abilities, content creation and all. This is what has been going on for some time, and it's tough. Every once in a while I have to take a step back and look at what are you doing? How are you feeling about what you're doing? What have you accomplished? And some of the stuff, it gets very I just looked at the screen of the recorder, the video recorder. I'm recording this episode for my YouTube channel. See, this is what I developed this idea last week. I take video of the podcast while I record it so that you can, if you want to, if you're on YouTube, you can watch this podcast being recorded. You can watch that. I thought that was cool. That's what I'm doing. So that was, it's not even like that was my idea. I'm pretty much just copying, a lot of other podcasts. But these are the kind of things that you do when you're trying to become successful. One of the things is I'm dealing with this person that I'm trying to be, as well as this brand I'm trying to create, because I am my brand. It's an interesting proposition for anybody to have to deal with. Luckily, I've had some experience doing comedy, so it really kind of helps me to be able to have some public speaking experience. I also was a teacher, so that's actually not the hardest thing, getting in front of a group of people and talking. I have some experience with it, but this is still something that's a challenge, nonetheless. One of the things that I always do, it seems like it might be a lot of mumbo jumbo, but I also think that it could be good for your juju. And you're listening to me like, what is this guy talking about? I don't want to hear his mumbo jumbo. Talking about juju. My stuff, my soul, my chi. I think that reading things online like horoscopes and checking out, your zodiac sign, all that type of stuff, I'm into it. I'm not into it. I'm not like, I don't want to marry it. But I think that there's something to be gained from reading those things. At the very least, they're super interesting. So I check it out. I look at it. I get into it. One thing that I like is checking about my personality type in regards to the animal sign that I am based off of the Chinese zodiac. And I also like to look at my horoscope, which is I'm a Gemini, and I check on those things. I may have talked about the Dewey color system. There's a Dewey color system, and you can go to that website and you can see what your personality type is, and what careers would be best suited to that personality type. So a lot of times I get things that are like researcher, creator, and what else did I have? Those are some of the ones that I got. I actually got organizer before. I'm not the most organized person, so I kind of don't put 100% into that, but there's something interesting about it, and that's based off of what your favorite colors are. From most favorite to least favorite, that's how they assess that. I have also come across this interesting thing about your name. That's numerology. So the letters that are in your name, those things come up to some kind of number, right? And that number has to do with your soul, destiny, your desires, and your personality as well. So I look through all of these things and I try to use this. It sounds like I'm lost, doesn't it? You're like, what are you doing, dude? You're just looking through all this stuff. What about what's in front of you? What's in front of you right now? I don't know, buddy. I just find this stuff fascinating. So I was looking around earlier and I found this website and it tells you all about your like birthday and then the characteristics of people that are born in your birthday. So I thought I was gonna go ahead and read you guys a little bit about me. I know this might not be very interesting, but at the same time, I think it could be very fascinating. So I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to pull this site up right now. So, also, I'm not sure if anybody had heard about this. Mercury is in retrograde. Apparently, 3 to 4 times a year, every year, it looks like the Mercury, the planet Mercury, is moving like backwards in the sky. Instead of like, I guess, moving across the sky in one direction, it night to night it looks like it's moving the opposite direction of what it originally was. So that's kind of crazy, right? Excuse me, guys. I'm still trying to find out this website that I was looking at earlier. I wanna read this to you. It's super exciting. Yes, this is it. Okay, so it's called thesecretlanguage.com. And the secret language, you can check your relationship. You put in your birthday and their birthday, and then it'll give you some sort of calculations for the relationship and how compatible it'll be in specific aspects of the relationship. Yes. Okay. So, I'm June 19th, 1982. Yeah, dude, I'm an oldie. But I'm a goodie. So some of this information is developed using empirical studies of life stories of more than 20,000 people. And these are traits that are 90% common to the people that are born on this day of the year. So this is my day, June 19th, the day of the spark. June 19th people bring out the best and worst in others. Rarely are they met with apathy, but elicit strong responses, even when they do not seem to be acting in provocative fashion. Just their presence alone can be somewhat intimidating, and therefore arouse antagonism. But their intense drive and fortitude may also inspire admiration. Women born on this day are highly persuasive, directed, and usually know exactly what they want, whether it be career or educational advancement, an emotionally rewarding relationship, or financial stability. June 19 men, on the other hand, are generally steady types who hang in there regardless of what fate has in store for them, but are equally hard driving. Both men and women born on this day tend to set events around them in motion. Though June 19 people are admirable in that they rarely, if ever, cave into outside pressures, they can be inflexible at times when a spirit of compromise might make it much easier on themselves. Whether their perception is correct or not, they can see such compromise as a selling out of their desires, beliefs, or aspirations. June 19 people are highly stimulating, capable of getting the most sluggish of individuals moving. I know this because I used to be a teacher, and I used to have to get kids that were so, just not into things excited. Just get them to draw a picture. Weird stuff, you know? So their strong convictions and courage to act definitely serve as a positive example. Although their methods of motivating others may seem rather strong medicine. I'm all about tough love, I'll tell you that. Really, really am. There's no denying that a good kick in the pants is what is required now and then. Also, though others may feel some resentment at being urged on, they will usually appreciate a June 19 person's good intentions. Do you appreciate me? Do you?